Hello, welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey. I'm here with the horse racing extraordinaire. That is sing extraordinaire. That is sing extraordinaire. That is sing extraordinaire. That is Jake Johns, and we're here to talk about the Lincoln Handicap at Doncaster this weekend. And we're pretty excited about it here. And not only are we excited about that, we're also excited about the Grand National, which is coming up in a week's time, and we have our app available for that, available to download right now. So pause this video, download the app in the App Store, and then come back and watch the rest of the videos. If I too much watch it, I'll be watching it. No. So let's get stuck into the Lincoln Handicap with our man, Jake Johns.
Yes, so quickly talk about Dubai last week. Didn't have any winners apart from one.
Oh, of course you did.
33-1 Vivlos.
The Japanese Raider.
The Japanese Raider. Are you having a laugh? I went absolutely nuts. I couldn't even see the race. I had to watch it on Racing Post commentary. Have you seen that before? It's basically it's just words that come up saying, this person's in front, this person's in second,
right, yep.
This person is staying on, Vivlos is staying on, Vivlos is staying on, Vivlos has won by a length. Never been so excited about reading in my life. But anyway, Lincoln Handicap, the first big handicap, the first big race of the British flat season. The summer is almost here, basically, because the flat season obviously signifies
And it
summer.
is, because it's 21 degrees outside, Jake.
It's somehow 21 degrees outside. I can't believe it. But anyway, I did pretty well in these big handicaps last season. I tipped Flashfire at 25-1 for the Victoria Cup. And I just cannot wait to get stuck into this. 22 horse handicaps are hard enough to figure out any day of the week or even on Saturday. But when they're this early on in the season, they are seriously hard. Seriously hard, because obviously nothing's run. You need to figure out who's going to go well first time out and kind of who's going to come on for the run, because there's a lot of horses that have just had a prep run for this on the all-weather before going straight to this, and it's just tough stuff. But I've got two picks for this. I actually had three for a while, for a long time. I wrote a whole entire tip out about the favourite and then deleted the whole thing. So, yeah.
You're not a favourite type of guy.
I just think 92 is a little bit short, so I'm going to go for a different one. And the first one I'm going for is Bravery, for his new yard at David O'Meara, currently a best price of 14-1. He was formerly very useful last season for AP O'Brien at times. He's by Galileo, so you'd think possibly he'd stay a mile and a half, but it looked like it stretched him last time when we last saw him over in Ireland. It's his former in the Irish 2,000 Guineas on yielding ground behind the excellent Ortard and the English 2,000 Guineas winner Galileo Gold. And in his very next start, he was actually 10th of 16, and you'd think that's not that great, but when you consider it's the Group 1 Prix de Jockey Club at Chantilly, behind probably the best horse in Europe won that race that day. It's actually pretty good, and he was staying on actually at the finish as well, so it wasn't too bad overall. He was only beaten about 9 lengths, I think, which is actually not too bad at all. And even more, kind of very eye-catching is David O'Meara tends to just really do well with getting horses from big yards and then just making them great handicaps somehow.
Okay.
And this horse should be able to thrive with David O'Meara. He comes here on a really workable mark of 100. If he's anywhere near his best of what we saw last season, he's probably going to go pretty close. And I could see him getting heavily backed actually for this. At 14-1 at the moment, I could see him going off second favourite. To be honest, I reckon he could be about 8-1, 9, maybe 9-1 by the off. But yeah, it's 14-1 at the moment. That's a really good price. But yeah, the next horse I like is a massive price. It's a bit of a flyer. ML for Richard Hannum. I think Timmy Murphy's riding actually a best price of 40 to 1. In fact, not 14 to 1. He ran a huge race last season when he was sixth in this out of 22. And he was 66-1 that day, so he's actually a bit shorter today. He hasn't set the world alight since then, but it all means that he comes here on a £5 lower mark, and he only lost by about 5 lengths last season, so hopefully he can go quite close. He showed some of his old spark last season on occasion. He ran quite well at Goodwood once, and a couple of other times. And another eye-catching thing is he ran an identical prep, pretty much very close to identical prep on the all-weather before coming to this. Last season when he ran that great sixth. If anything, he was probably slightly better last time at Wolves than he was at Lingfield in 2016. So it all points to it could be a decent price of 40-1. It's all ifs and buts a little bit, but I think he's just quite a attractive price. There's obviously a couple of negatives, and in an ideal world, I'd want one on either side of the track. Both of these are drawn high, but yeah, I think at 40 to 1, it's worth a small each way wager for sure. But yeah, my 2 tips for this are Bravery at 14 to 1 each way and NL at 40 to 1 each way. Go on.
Excellent stuff there from our man Jake Johns. 14 to 1 and 40 to 1 shots in the Lincoln this Saturday. But that's this week out of the way, and let's once again remind you of next coming weekend. We of course have got Aintree's massive race, the Grand National, and we've got you completely covered with our man Jake Johns on site, on mobile, and of course via our app, which is available to download. And that is with our friends and sponsors 188, who have a great offer of bet £10 and get £30 free.
Yeah.
So make sure that you grab that as well. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment below on Jake's iron shirt this time round.
Oh no, it's not iron. It's definitely not iron. Don't go too far.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ross Casey. This is the horse racing extraordinaire, Jake Johns.
Bye.